I've done it.
Okay.
I'm just going to mute myself, Danny.
I've lost you on the screen, so I'm just wondering, can you hear and see me okay? See my screen?
I can see.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Right. So following on from last week, something I didn't cover was Forex Factory. So just go to the next screen. There's a website. It's called forexfactory.com, and it will show you all the news that's for that day, the following day, for the whole week. And this is useful. So before you take a trade, if you just went to this website and had a little look, and you could see there 10 a.m. USD news. Now, if you were 2 minutes to 10, you wouldn't want to take a trade for USD because the news they can open up the spreads, and it can go a bit crazy. So it's just something else to note down, to not do. The other thing is, when you take a trade, it's really, really important to follow what they've told you to do. So you need to stay in the trade, which is what I've done this for. This is your risk to reward. So say you were trading your trade, so you were risking 1-to-1, which would say, for example, you were risking £5 to make £5, which would be a 1-to-1. This is 1-to-2, so you've been risking £5 to make £10, 1-to-3, risking £5 to make £15. This is based on 10 trades. And as you can see, using a higher risk to reward, can't get my words out, your percentage you make after 10 trades goes up. So you're going to make a lot more money with better risk to reward. So if you're getting in trades and you're seeing blue, you're seeing profit, and then you're closing them early, you're not going with the plan of the trader. So you're not going to see as good results. I just wrote some things down about FOMO as well, and just like once a trader's gone, it's gone. If you come into the trade and you see it was given an hour ago, then you look and you can see that trade has moved 10, 15, 20 pips, and then you jump in. Firstly, your risk to reward is going to be completely off, and secondly, you're going to lose more if it comes back. And it's called chasing a trade. It's just not worth getting in. You just need to let that trade go. Like it didn't happen. There's always going to be more trades as well. There'll always be more trades. Okay. Not moving your stop loss. So sometimes you can see a trade occasionally. You'll find it'll hit your stop loss, turn back around and go in the other direction and hit take profit, which is really frustrating. So there's some traders can get in the bad habit of just slightly moving the stop loss, thinking, I'll just move it an extra couple of pips just to give myself a bit more room, and then I'll just move it a little bit more. But doing that, you're going to increase your losses. Another one is placing a trade so the trade could have gone, say, minus £3, and you think, oh, place another trade here. As it turns round, I'm going to make the £3 that's lost plus, the £3 we're in drawdown plus the profit. That's a bad thing to do as well. You'll just end up with more losses. Over trading, just keep adding to your positions. It's not worth it. Some people can then get to the point of just risking it all. Like, I'm just going to put it all on. Let's see what happens. Emotions are a big one with trading. Really keeping your emotions together. And learning to take a loss. That's something else that's really important on your trades. But back to this week, did anyone take the trades?
I did actually in my past, but yeah, not with stop loss. So obviously I blow it all up.
I haven't. I still don't know how to put a trade on. I don't know whether I've missed a session or something.
Yeah, last week. So last week I talked you through how to place the trade. So if you've not seen that, there is a recording.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Have you got the Forex package?
Yeah, I had an issue with the sign up with the brokers, but got there in the end. I've signed up with them, and I've got my dummy account. I haven't yet re-subscribed to the Forex thing in the back office. Yeah.
Because ideally now we're at points. I've showed you how to take the trades. I've talked a little bit about the psychology. what I need you to do is sort of start taking them trades, and then when you're
Yeah.
hitting sort of blocks and things, or there's things coming up, then I can get you through them and talk you through them.
Yeah. So to resubscribe, so if tomorrow then I'll resubscribe and then I can start practicing on the dummy account.
Yeah, because I think, Sam, did you say there was 2 trades that came on today?
Yes.
Did you take both of those?
No, I've not taken. I've got an honest answer to you. Yeah, I need to set the demo account up. I'm going to be doing it today.
Okay.
And he's looked at me going, naughty Sam.
Oh, can I just ask a quick question? Sorry.
Yeah.
Is the dummy account with the back office or is it with the broker?
With your broker.
Oh, yeah. So I do have a dummy account. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah,
Okay.
you set up with your broker, and then it's all pretend money. It's like you're just playing around to see, what would have happened if you just took the trade on a live account.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm going to get on that tomorrow.
Yeah, it's just really important to just sort of just follow them as when the trade comes up. If it's moved, I mean, let's just see if I can pull up my. Sorry, hold on a second. Should have set this up first. Right. So if you get to what I was saying before, say if he tells you to enter here at this point, it's for a buy. So see the market moved up, and then you come to the market, you come here a bit later and it's up here. You then need to realise that, for example, he could have said enter here, you stop loss down here for 20 pips. But if you're entering here 20 pips later, you're then taking a 40 pip stop loss, which then, you then to be able to just make back that same 40 pips, which is what you then need to make, you're going to have to go all the way up here, and the market might not go that far. So does that sort of make sense, what I was saying before? Or am I confusing you? You look really confused.
It does make sense, and I'm sure it'll make more sense once I start doing it.
Yeah.
But because I still don't know how to put a trade on, I'm a bit baffled.
I think that's part of it. I think once
Yeah.
you've started placing trades, when I start talking about pips and the market moving, you're going to know what I mean. But at the minute, I think I am just confusing people rather than it's. So these here, let me take that off. Whatever. Each one of these are called candles, and this is on the 1 hour time frame. So each of these are made up. It's the data of an hour. So for example, this is 1 hour.
Mhm.
So in that hour, the candle opened here, closed up here. And then the next hour opened here, closed up here. And this candle opened at this point, moved up in the direction. It was 13 pips, that candle. So you see it moved up 13 pips within that hour.
What would you recommend? Is it an hour, or would you say like a couple of hours?
Trades could take any amount of time. It will just depend on the person who's sending you the trades, what their strategy is. Sometimes a strategy can play out over a couple of days. Sometimes it could be the same day. I mean, like this, as you can see, there was quite a good movement there. It's gone from here all the way up here today. But then if you look, if you'd have say took the buy here, you'd have had to sit through hours and hours and hours of back forward before eventually you got that move up. And whether the market's suddenly going to go sideways before it goes up, you can sometimes get these sideways movements. This is the market. It'll either go up, down, or sideways, and this is called consolidation.
Yeah.
And this is just
So-
sort of the market not making its mind up. Go on, sorry.
So, sorry, Danielle. So, do we kind of like sit and watch this, or with the tips we're getting from the traders, do we kind of then decide when we put it on, when we're going to take it off?
The only time I tell you to use this is when you go and see your trades come in, and say you're an hour later, you might then want to go and look and just see, has that trade already moved so far out of the way that it's pointless me taking the trade? Or say, for example, if you put a buy here and then it pulls right back. So all this time here, you could still enter this trade because it's around the area and you've still not up to that point. So in fact, if you entered down here, you're going to get a much better risk to reward than if you entered up here.
Oh, I see. So So when Sam sent a message earlier saying that there's another trade's come in, and that was maybe about 45 minutes ago, essentially I could go and have a look to see if it's worth it for me or not.
Yeah, it could still be worth it like this. So for example, if they just said buy here, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 30, about 15 hours of good time you could still enter. But for example, if it had been here, you got no time, it just went. So sometimes it'll hang around price and you've got all that time to still enter. Other times you're just going to find it moves straight too fast, and you don't want to be entering a trade once it's already moved.
Okay, get that dummy account going.
Yeah,
in the morning.
start practicing with it so you start getting the feel for how it goes.
Yeah.
And watch last week's as well, because I just broke it all down step by step. Is there anything else you want me to cover today?
I think we need to get our demo accounts done before we come with you next time. I think that's imperative. So I'll get mine done this evening to make sure it's flowing. And then
I agree. Because I think that's the only way it's going to make sense, isn't it?
Yeah, just so you know what it's like. Because if you watch that video first, because that will show you exactly where to take your trade, how to place it. I broke everything down step by step, so it'll make it a bit simpler. Also, watch it. If you don't understand anything, just drop a message and then I'll.
Can I just interrupt as well? We've got some Fibonacci, isn't it? To see if the movement's going up or down. We can have the tools as well on the demos account. I think Maria was telling me that we have the facility of using Fibonacci to see the line, the trend line, how it's gonna go or not. We don't have that.
Who was saying that to you, Christina?
Hmm?
Who was saying that to you?
Yeah, she was I will see your wife.
Oh, Adela. Yes.
Yeah, sorry, I got it wrong. Adela. Yeah,
I mean, you can use any, like down this side here.
Yeah.
These are all different tools you can use. The Fibonacci tool is more of a measurement tool, really. Generally it'll show you where. Let me see. I don't even use it, so let me just find it for you. So using the fib retracement, you put it from the bottom of the move up to the top. And usually when you're looking, when people use the Fibonacci to trade, they're looking for a retracement point. So for example, a move will go up and then usually they look for a retracement either around the 6. Can you see the numbers on the side which says 0.618 or the 50%? They'll have certain areas that they like the market to come back down and bounce off, and usually when you put that on a trade, you'll see. But yeah, that's what that is generally used for.
So then we're gonna close it up to 0.998. That's where we're gonna take the profit off.
It will depend what the trader's told you to. So yeah, for example, if that's how he's. I mean, has anyone watched the trader's videos just to see what tools he uses?
In what respects? And whether or not they use.
Whether he's just this, like here, this is a plain chart, so they just call this naked trading. Some will use support and resistance, trend lines. There's all different things you can use. The Elliott wave.
That's what they talk about when they do the live trading. They actually show all of that on the live trading that we get at 2 and 4 o'clock. They talk about all of this, Danny. That's exactly where it is.
Okay, yeah. So you probably be worth just going through them videos to understand. So then, because they're going to do all the analysis for you, they're going to tell you where to enter. Mm-hmm. You're not going to be expected to do all this. The only reason you really need to look at this is just to see where the trade's at, and probably calculate your pips as well on here, just to see, because you're going to, if you watch the first video, you'll see with calculating your pips, you'll need to know your risk to reward. So if you're risking 20 pips, and say you want to risk 2%, you can use a calculator and it'll tell you what size to use, which will make sense if you watch the last video. There's a pip calculator you can use. But on here, you can just, this tool here, it's a little ruler. Mm-hmm. Pop it to where your entry is, and then as you pull it down, you can see the number 34.7. There, you see as I'm moving, that number's moving. That calculates your pips for you. Yeah. And then as you can see, so for example, if you'd took that trade at that point there today, with a 34 pip stop loss, moved up 113 pips, that's more than like a 3-to-1 risk to reward ratio. So if you was risking £5, you'd have made more than 15. That is nice. So when anything else?
No, I'm cool with it. I'll have my demo on and running, Danny, and I'll pick up trades before we come next week, and then I'll be able to share them, and I'll be able to send them to you so you can talk about what we've done if you like. I'll make myself accountable. There you go.
Yeah, that'll be good. Is there anything else anyone wants me to cover or go over or explain?
No, I'm fine at the moment, my darling. If anyone else wants anything.
No, I think I'm the same boat as Sam. I think get that dummy account going, take some trades, and then I'm guessing next time we come back together, there will be more kind of questions.
And I've got one, and then I'm okay as well. So, you know, if you open up the demo account, is that okay just to have it with $100? Or would you take the 100,000?
I think it starts at 100,000 when you open a
Oh, yeah.
demo, but you don't have to then trade as if it's you could ideally still expect sort of like when you calculate your trades, like you've only got 100 in there or 200 in there, so you get an accurate figure, because obviously if you're trading with 100,000 and you use 100,000, you're going to be making a lot more than when you really then go to
nice,
the
isn't it?
account. Yeah, it does look nice.
This looks really good. Yeah, so we should really use the 100,000, not really because Adele, she was telling me just use exactly the same what you're gonna open account with.
Yeah, because then you see what it's really going to be like.
Yeah.
If you start trading a 100,000 account and you get making thousands of pounds profit, and then you're suddenly only making £2, £3, £4, it just
70.
feels a bit disappointing at first. But then there's also the advantage of compounding. Like, have you ever seen the compounding where as you make more money, you can then trade higher lot sizes and it compounds quite quickly.
Mm-hmm. Brilliant. Okay, so just to play with the demo then.
Yeah, get on the demo, start copying the trades, and then really sort of also go through a little bit of the education as well that they're providing, because it will really help. Just watching a few videos or listening in, because they do live trading, don't they? Just listen in, and then you'll start picking up terminology and words, and it'll just make it, when you're just taking trades, sometimes it can be a bit daunting because you don't really understand why you're taking that trade or what's going on.
Yeah, knowledge is power.
Definitely.
So Forex and also crypto, or just Forex for now?
I believe it's just Forex. I don't trade crypto.
Okay.
So I can't really advise you on crypto.
No, that's fine. Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Sorry, Sam.
No, you believe me. Don't say screw, darling. You just talk. You need info. You need info. Simple as. This is what this is for. This is what Danny's for. That's why I'm quiet.
Where can I get hold of that video? I find it weird that I missed one, but I must have, because I don't remember. Do you know where the video is, Sam?
It's in the group. I'll send it to you. If you subscribe to the YouTube channel, it's on there. It will be open.
Oh, what's the YouTube channel called?
It's a pay to save one. I'll send you a link. I'll just go and get it.
Okay.
Put it back in. I'll have this one done within minutes because it's going to be done instantly, because I've got to flip it quick before the next one comes. If not, they don't allow me to do what I need to do. So yes.
So how long have you been trading, Danny?
Just over 3 years now. It was 3 years in January.
Okay. Do you like it?
I love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it. Yeah.
It's not as nice adrenaline, isn't it? But
yes,
like,
it's definitely it's been a roller coaster, but it can take, when you're trading for yourself and you're learning. It's a big learning curve, but I absolutely love it.
Yeah, they always tell me you need to risk it to take the biscuit, Christina. And I said, oh my god, it's very emotional. Can be.
Yeah, it's very emotional. My hardest thing was getting used to taking a loss. I kept having this thing in my head where I had to win them all. And it took me a while to learn that it's okay to take losses. You know, I found that a bit difficult.
I suppose it depends on how much you've got on, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's that as well. Yeah.
Sticking your life savings on there, you're like,
Yeah, they always say don't risk more than you're willing to lose. But sometimes you can get carried away with yourself when you start realizing the actual potential of what you can make with Forex. It's hard to sort of start getting into this daydream mode of, oh, well, if I risk this much, I can make this much. But don't do that.
Okay, right, yeah. Yeah, because I was trading with a broker and he was telling me the stop loss gonna go against you. We don't need to do it. And I said, well, you sure? And he said, so definitely, okay. Cruel oil is going really good. And then I said, well, it goes up, and then by sudden everything go down. And I said, wow, that's the 6 grand, man. Thanks.
Yeah, that's the thing with a stop loss. You're always protecting your account. You will take losses, but again, it's protecting your account. You're only ever going to lose what you've agreed to lose where you put your stop loss. So you may say, I will lose £5 if I don't win this trade, and your stop loss, well, it hits it, that's it, you're out the trade. You don't blow your whole account. You can come back from a £5 loss, but you can't come back from, you know, it's much harder to come back when you blow your account every time.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
not worth it.
Painful. Okay.
Was that crude oil you said you were trading?
I was actually trading with the brokers, with some scammers at the beginning, and then I was doing this a little bit myself with the brokers, but kind of useless. You know, you really need to know yourself what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have a good broker. Maybe in Travarium we have a good brokers. They can give you great guidance. That's a different story. But
yeah,
in my past, I didn't
broker
have.
Did you use?
I use brokers from AvaTrade predominantly. Yeah, it's kind of Canadian as well, people, but I think they based in Ireland, and they're just using it all over the places, and they lie a lot, right? So, I mean, I had really kind of disappointing ones, but that's why we need to choose the right company.
Yeah, definitely.
Trade with. That's it.
Definitely, but you obviously like trading, so it'd be worth just watching all the education as well. You could learn a lot.
Yeah.
You know.
Thanks. Yeah. Wow.
Brilliant.
Anything else I can cover before we get off this call?
No, I think we're done, darling. I think we're done. Thank you very, very much, Danny. I really appreciate your time. I really do. Thank you, sweetheart.
It wasn't as informative this week, but
I think it's because, for me, I probably wasn't prepared enough for your knowledge this week. I think
next week,
without
come
my
with
dummy
loads of
account.
questions.
Yeah, because I'll be playing around, and then it'd be like, oh, what is this? Oh, I'll ask Danny, and then
Definitely. Okay.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you, Danny.
Thank you, my
Good to speak to
darling.
you all.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.